Mel, this comes following today's case numbers just being released. Talk us through them.
And this is news just in, Tom. So 15 cases have been recorded in the state. 11 of those are linked, but 4 are still under investigation. And this is the number that has health officials concerned and could be the key to unlocking this city from lockdown. Now, that comes over 350 exposure sites apparent right across the state, including a recent Tier 1 exposure site, South Melbourne Market, which has just been added. Now, as for these women, they flew in from Sydney to Melbourne, potentially bringing the virus into Victoria and exposing 46 passengers on that flight to COVID-19. So as a precautionary now, those passengers have been placed into 14 days of hotel quarantine. They flew in on the Monday. They were picked up by officials, placed in hotel quarantine, testing positive on the Wednesday. How did they get in? So they flew in by an invalid green permit, but it was obvious that they were from a New South Wales extreme risk red zone. Now, with tough border measures currently in place, anyone flying in from this area is required to get an exemption.
There are 46 people who are on the flight QF471. They've all been contacted. They will all be going into 14 days of isolation. They will all, of course, be tested. This is why we are putting such significant barriers in place to limit all unnecessary travel between our states at this most critical time.
Yeah, so the mystery case is the issue as usual. Meanwhile, additional financial support has been announced for Victorian businesses.
Now, this was welcomed news for many businesses yesterday. So a $367 million support package for those 100,000 struggling businesses right across the state. Now, they range from anywhere from retail to tourism to hospitality and trade. Businesses have been doing it tough here in the state, Tom, so it's throwing a lifeline to an already struggling sector.